Hello dear kids, welcome back to the social science class. And in the previous chapter we have learned that pollution harms the environment, right? Can you think of some ways in which we can save the environment? Yes, in this chapter we will learn about the environment and about the types of waste and the disposal and the significance of 3 R's of conservation, that is reduce, reuse and recycle. So let us have a look into the mind map, saving the environment. In this chapter we will learn need to save the environment and various types of waste and different ways of disposal of waste and the 3 R's of conservation: reuse, reduce and recycle. Let us learn together. Dear kids, what do you mean by environment? Yes, environment is the surroundings or conditions in which an organism can survive. It includes all living and non-living things like air, water, forest, soil and sunlight are all components of environment. All plants and animals depend on the environment for their existence. And human activities have harmed the environment in many ways. And just like the overuse of resources has polluted the environment and depleted natural resources like forest, water, coal, oil and minerals, and many species of plants and animals have become extinct or have largely reduced in number. So let us discuss why we need to save the environment. Okay, how can we save the environment? So let us discuss some points in which through we can save our environment. First and foremost, we must avoid using plastic or polythene bags as they harm the environment very badly, right? And we should always try to use bags made from, yes, exactly, paper or from cloths. And we should not throw waste or garbage in an open area, on the road or on other public places. We should always dispose garbage in dustbins. Yes. Then we should not let water collect in one place, as it becomes a breeding ground for mosquitoes and this causes diseases. Right. So these are the ways we can conserve our environment. And do you know what is waste and what are the types of waste? Let us see what is waste. Things which are unwanted and unsuitable or unsuable are called waste. Then there are 2 types of waste. Yes, biodegradable and non-biodegradable. What is biodegradable waste? The waste that decomposes easily and get mixed with the soil. The waste that decomposes easily and gets mixed with the soil is called biodegradable waste. And the examples of biodegradable waste? Yes, vegetables, fruits, some rubber, paper, wood waste include and leaves, okay, some sort of vegetable peels, etc. Okay. And what about non-biodegradable waste? Yes, just opposite. The waste that does not decomposes easily with the soil. So the waste that does not decomposes easily with the soil is called non-biodegradable waste. And these wastes do not mix in the soil and remain in the environment for a long time and pollute it. What are the examples? Yes, plastic items, silver foil and aluminium cans are some examples of non-degradable waste. And in our neighborhoods blue and green dustbin have been installed, right? Have you noticed it? The green dustbin is for biodegradable waste and blue dustbin is for non-biodegradable waste. Be careful, don't be confused with both. Green dustbin is meant for biodegradable, which can be easily mixed up with the soil, and blue dustbin, it is for non-biodegradable waste, and this helps to separate the waste and dispose it properly. Okay, and how can we dispose the waste? Yes, it is important to dispose waste properly, right? In towns and cities, the local government looks after the collection and disposal of waste. So let us read or let us learn something about the methods of disposal of waste. So here you can see dumping. Okay, dumping. In many cities, waste is collected and carried in large trucks. It is then dumped in an open area far away from the city. However, such a practice can be dangerous for the environment and for human beings and animals. When animals consume this waste, it can harm their life and can even lead to death. Okay, so the next way is landfill. Here you can see this is landfill. In this method, deep ditches are dug and waste is dumped into them. Once these ditches are full, they are covered with soil. Very simple. Okay, next is burning. See the picture? Burning. In this method, waste is collected in one place and burned. This method converts waste materials into heat, gas, steam and ash. And this practice is harmful as it causes what? Yes, exactly, air pollution. Okay, and the next is composting. This is what? Composting. This method involves filling a pit with biodegradable waste and covering the pit with soil. And after some time, the waste get decomposed and turns into compost, which is rich in nutrients, and it is used as a natural fertilizer by farmers. Yes, and it helps to improve the quality of soil. So it's the best way of composting the waste. Okay, and do you know what are the 3 R's? The 3 R's of conservation. You have to be very careful. We can get rid of waste by following the 3 R's: reduce, reuse and recycle. These are the 3 R's. Remember, R, reduce, R, reuse, R, recycle. These are the 3 R's of conservation. The process of recycling involves turning a used product into something that is, paper can be recycled into new. Okay, like so turning a used material into another one. Then waste materials like glass and products, some other products, glass products, we can recycle it, right? And some examples are fresh paper can be made from old newspapers and magazines, right? Then polyester. Polyester is recycled out of old plastic bottles and is then used to make clothes. Okay, so this is the way we can recycle the things. Okay, and some waste materials can be reused. Okay, so the process of reusing involves using all the things for a different purpose, right? And for example, all the plastic cans or bottles can be used for growing plants in our house, and all the clothes can be used to make carry bags and dusters, right? So these are the ways we can conserve. And let us have a recap of our chapter. So it's our responsibility to save our environment, and so we must protect our environment and care for it. Then we learn that waste is of 2 types: biodegradable and non-biodegradable. the waste which can easily decompose with the soil is known as biodegradable waste, and which do not mix us up with the soil is non-biodegradable waste. Then composting, dumping and burning are some ways of disposing waste. Then we must try our level best to use three things: reduce, reuse and recycle, right? So we must try our level best to recycle and reuse all the household items, so that we can avoid or we can reduce the amount of waste in our environment. Okay, so try to follow these instructions and keep our environment healthy. Thank you. Take care.